we have the capacity to have last year's data available to us. So we have our common final exam assessment data available to us. In the first week of school, students are issued a "Are you ready for this course?" assessment, and combine those two within the first 3 weeks of school, we can really identify students who require more help early on, a lot earlier on than in the past. And the sooner we can give them those supports, the more successful they can turn out to be for that particular course. So with Tier 1 is for all students. What are you going to do for all students? We have teachers doing spiraled work. Hey, you learned this in Algebra 1, you need to continue to know this through geometry in Algebra 2. So we're going to constantly spiral this material through all of our classes. Tier 2 interventions are, okay, we've identified students in the red and yellow areas, and we're concerned the class is moving forward, but they're not ready to move forward. What can we do for them? And then that's where we take them out of their math lab or their freshman study hall and give them targeted intervention with a math tutor.
By developing an intervention program with Tier 2 support, we were able to end that "I taught it, they didn't learn it, but I'm moving on," and replace it with "I taught it, they didn't learn it, now they're in tutoring to get a second crack at it, and then we're going to move on."
But for the students who need it, it's a wonderful experience because it's targeted. It's for them, and it's targeted for them. All of their data is available to the tutor. The teachers see the value in this, and they communicate with the tutor. Oh, Johnny needs the following things, and here's some extra things from my classroom that you can use to help the student, and it's very, very valued, in my opinion, at this point.
You have to allow the tutor flexibility. We don't tell our tutor, you must only cover these topics and nothing else. It's a small group session. It's 3, 4, 5 kids with this tutor, and the students should be fully empowered to ask the tutor to cover something else today. If they have a test coming up or a big project they're working on, our tutor will help them with that, because they're targeted fairly generally, that they'll take the CFA on bacteria in biology, but there's a lot of objectives that they have to learn about bacteria, and it may not be that they're all struggling with the whole thing. The tutor does much more to plan those lessons, to target them, and specifically focus on what they need.
It evolved over time to the point where it was, we're gonna reduce the number of students, and we're gonna take students when they need the help, and we're going to give them the help they need until they don't need the help. And so now they can test out, or at the discretion of the tutor can say, I've done an X number of hours with the student on the skills that they were struggling with. I feel very confident they have these skills down, and I'm going to release them.
So the incentive is to go into the tutoring, work hard, brush up on the skill, and then you'll be removed from the tutoring. It took a little bit of effort, but eventually our students came around, and they started to respect the common assessments that were being offered and administered by the teachers.
But as it's evolved, students actually start to see improvements in their current course more than they don't care about CAPT. We care about their scores on a standardized test. But more importantly, we're helping them in their current classes. And that's big. So we have students who go to remediation and they haven't been selected by their teachers. They value it.